What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? As you guys read in the title, I'm going to be showing you the 4 simple changes that I made in December of 2024 to go from doing around 17,000 that month to the next month doing 157,000. The exact same service, the exact same team. Everything stayed the exact same besides different execution on what I was actually putting my focus on. So I want to watch this video because these are literally the 3 things, especially if you're hovering around that, 40, 50, 60, 70, 30 mark right now and you're trying to get to the 6-figure a month mark. These were the main 3/4 things that I was doing to actually get to that point. And even if you're not at that 20, 30, 40, 50 a month mark right now, and you're just trying to get your first client, you're still getting to the scale of 10K, this is still very good information for you to know because you're gonna avoid, making these mistakes that I was making. And just overall, you're gonna know the things that you're gonna need to do eventually in order to get to that next level. So let's get into the video. A little bit of context here. In December of 2024, we did $17,000 in revenue. And then in January of 2025, we did $157,000. So that's an 11x jump in just 30 days. Obviously, very crazy. But basically in December 2024, I fucked off to Costa Rica for 3 weeks, did nothing, and came back to 17,000 in revenue, which is obviously not bad, but it's nowhere essentially where, I wanted to be. So I'm gonna go over the 3 things that we were working on in December, which is what we took the month to do, is just build and think about the things that we need to be doing in order to get to the next level. In 2024, basically we focused on taking the service delivery from good to great and tried to optimize that as much as possible, which we ended up doing. But now it was to move on to the next things, new levels, new devils, in order to get to that 6-figure a month mark. First thing is paid motherfucking ads, baby. So we finally cracked the code on paid ads. We had high quality appointments rolling in left, right, and center. And this is obviously huge because it's very predictable and scalable. And now we're actually practicing what we preach and implementing the exact same funnels that we implemented for our clients. When you're not trying to focus on to scale cold outreach or scale organic outreach, it's just a very tough thing to do because you just have to hire more people. It's like if you're doing cold calling, okay, you have one guy doing cold calls, he's booking you 5, sales calls a day, but then you have another sales rep. Okay, so now you have to have another person doing outreach. Now, you know what I mean? You just have to scale that with people, which is dumb at the end of the day. You don't want to have to scale with people when you have the option to use paid ads. And literally everything's better with paid ads. It's easier to scale. It's way more predictable. You can get way higher quality leads because now people are booking in calls that are actually inquiring about the service that is you're providing. So lead quality is that much better. You can make the lead quality even better by putting them through a funnel, getting them to watch, a specific video, or getting them to answer a form, fill out questions before they actually book a call in. So there's nothing to lose from paid ads. We didn't just launch paid ads right away and end up getting crazy results either. It was like I spent $3,000 in the first 3 weeks and we ended up getting absolutely nothing from it. But just like we say to all of our clients, it's not going to happen overnight. You actually need to be willing to spend some money and test and see what's going to work, what's not going to work. Now, obviously, they're doing pretty good, but you still need to be constantly implementing new things because you don't just want to be relying on one thing. So that was the first thing, was paid ads. The second was we raised our prices by a lot. I broke the limiting belief that our prices were already too high. Turns out, obviously, they weren't. People saw the value and they started to pay with the new price. Even at this stage, you're still constantly going to be breaking limiting beliefs. This is a ladder effect, and there's all different rungs of the ladder. I'm looking at people that are doing, crazy numbers. I'm sure some people looking at the numbers we're doing and be like, oh my God, that's insane. It's all just, one big effect. When I was at 10, I was looking at 25, and I was at 25, 50, 50s. It just keeps on going. It never actually ends. So your prices are never going to be too high. You need to figure out, obviously they could be too high. You can't just go and charge, $50,000 pay in full for a 3-month term. But what I'm saying here is that you need to figure out that sweet spot of, okay, are people still paying? Are they not? You don't want your close rate to be too high. If you have a 80% close rate, most likely that means that for the value that you're providing, you're undercharging by a lot because you're closing legitimately everyone. You want to be within that. I think Alex Hormozi says like the 30 to 45% range. I don't know if I'm butchering this, but I think that's in the range that he said. He said if you're in that range as far as closing goes, that means your prices are actually still good. And you're not just closing absolutely everyone, which means your prices are ridiculously low. So I broke that limiting belief. We increased the prices, which is obviously huge. Third thing that we changed is I tried to double down on good content. I think one of the things that separate us from most agencies and businesses, especially in the real estate space, is that they don't have a brand. Their company, their business doesn't have a brand for whatever reason. In the very, very early stages, I started posting content right away on a Versatile Agency account. I started building up Versatile Agency as its own brand. Me, Carter Vincentini, on my Instagram, I don't really have stuff on there. I didn't start building my own brand. I just started posting on there now, but I always started posting for Versatile Agency. So I wanted to double down on good content on YouTube, on Instagram, on all these different platforms, LinkedIn, because I knew that it was something that was going to separate us. And it also just builds credibility, and people watch these videos, they watch the videos that are specific to real estate, and it ends up resulting in them feeling more confident, and they gain a little bit of trust with us when it comes to actually taking the sales calls. I can't put an exact exact number on how the people that I think have closed just by simply watching the content and coming into the sales calls, trusting us that much more, because obviously it's a very hard thing to track and put a number on when they're not booking a call from the actual video. But hopefully you guys got some value from this. These are the 3 things that we focused on, the 3 things that we had to change in order to get to that next level. If you want, join the free community down below. The whole team's in there. We have over 400 plus members. We do group Q&A calls every single Saturday. I appreciate each and every one of you at trying to get to 30,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Only you can help me make that happen. So click the subscribe button, like, comment down below, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.